Thank you.
Madam Chair, yield back.
Thank you. Mr. King?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, first I want to go back to Mr. Kanyoko. Your testimony is fascinating to me because you came up with a business plan and people advised you that it wasn't a very good business plan. Come back when you don't need the money, your banker said. I listened to Mr. Congressman Hall from Texas say one day that he said his banker said to him, "I've listened to your idiotic idea with an open mind." And you went ahead and defied that anyway, and you made this work in the face of the toughest competition that you could ask for, and now they're working to push a monopoly by providing a free service until they can squeeze you out, 14 to 21% interest. And then get down to the really interesting stuff where you said, stop trying to be my partner, government. We really don't need you to do anything for us, just don't do anything to harm us. I'd give you just an opportunity to embellish that a little bit. That's a pretty powerful statement, and it resonates with me.
Well, you know, I think when it comes like the legislation we were just talking about, if we have to do more paperwork, we have to pay somebody to do that paperwork. If we have to do that, the accounting, take the taxation off. When I was testifying about the stuff that we go, the county wants to inspect my trucks to make sure that they're fly tight. None of them are. There isn't a garbage truck in this country that is. But you have to say, yes, it is. And then they write their little slip, they get their check for $88, and they're happy. You know, take that stuff away. It's just taxation to generate revenue. Let us handle that money. We'll bring this economy back.
What do you think would happen if you or any other business in America would put a notice up on their website that said, we were here to announce that we're in compliance with all government regulations?
I don't even understand that question.
Okay. Do you believe that there's a business in America that is complying with, there's a website called Constitution Daily that posted a couple of years ago that there are 682 federal agencies. Now, I had counted 43 that regulated my business, but 682. Do you believe that there's a business in America that is in compliance with all federal regulations that could open their doors and be inspected and pass the test?
No.
Is there anybody on the panel that believes that there's a business in America that could be in compliance with all of the federal regulations? Mr. Hawk?
I'm sorry. DOT is one that loves us, and we're on the road all the time. And we inspect all our trucks before they leave our shop. And we can go 16 miles down the road to early Iowa, and the DOT weigh scale can find something that that needed to be addressed. And we inspect all of our trucks, and we are a very safe and secure company, but they can find something.
And that's just one, a state regulatory agency that you couldn't, well, I suppose it's possible that you could be in compliance with that. When I'm going to make this statement and ask if the rest of you would mind agree with me. When I started a business in 1975, my biggest concern was that I didn't know who all these regulators were. I didn't know how I could find out what the regulations were, and I feared that I could not be in compliance and I couldn't meet all of the government regulations. I thought I can do the work. I can fix the trucks. I could sell the business or sell the service of the business, but I didn't believe that I could figure out how to comply with all of the regulations that are there. Did that fear exist in Mr. Hawk and then down the line when you established your business?
Absolutely. And we found, again, back to DOT, great friends with them, or at least our checkbook. We found out through, we missed a scale coming in through Walcott, Iowa, and we didn't know we had to pull in. And they flagged us down and said, you need to go through a scale. We did not know we needed to go through a scale. I had been doing this work for 12 years previous, before getting pulled over. And so, yeah, we were not in compliance and not notified that there were these new regulations that we needed to follow.
Mr. Kanyoko?
And I reflect that with his DOT statement as well, because they can find something wrong with a brand new truck, you know. And it seems like when they want to generate revenue, that stop checkpoints go up more and more.
Absolutely.
But yeah, anything you can do to back out would help.
Oh, why don't you open your own landfill?
Would you write the check to help me do that? I'd love to do that. Like, as you remember, The banks aren't talking to me, and that's many millions of dollars. Matter of fact, Waste Management has the only landfill in my county. That's why we pay double what they do 100 miles away in Phoenix.
I thought you might tell me it'd be the regulations that keep you from doing that. Madam Chair, I appreciate the attention, and if that's a yes, I'd be happy to hear that. I saw a nod, and I'd yield back the balance of my time.